Good evening and welcome to night number 4 of the 2012 600 Speedweek recap show. Night number 4 would be a history-making night, as for the first time the 600s would visit the Clinton County Speedway. It was a tow over the river and through the woods, through the hills anyway, of Pennsylvania to get to Clinton County Speedway. Shane Lewis would be stout all night long, Lewis gaining the most passing points after the two-heat race format. Tyler Walton, Brock Zerfoss, Timmy Barrick, and Mike Dicely would do the same, gaining a lot of points, earning them the top 5 starting spots in the main event. Threatening weather with lightning striking all around the speedway kept the show moving quick as the 600s got ready to go to battle in the main event. The green flag would fly and Lewis would immediately open up a lead. It was about 10 car lengths with 5 laps down, as Lewis was leading over Tyler Walton, Brock Zerfoss, Mike Dicely, and Timmy Barrick. Dicely and Zerfoss would go to battle for the 3rd position, while Walton would try to reel back in Lewis. Lewis had opened up a pretty comfortable advantage until the first yellow flag on lap number 6. It was Lewis, Walton, Zerfoss, Dicely, and Barrick, the top 5. The green flag would fly, and on the restart it was a $10,000 man on the move, Ryan Greth gaining 2 spots right away. Shane Lewis would pull a little bit as Zerfoss and Walton would go to battle for 2nd. Later on, both would say they made adjustments under the caution flag that made their cars better. Zerfoss would eventually take the 2nd position and begin to reel in Shane Lewis. At halfway, it was Lewis leading Zerfoss, Walton, Dicely, Charlie Brown now up to 5th. Ryan Greth was 6th, Richie Harton was 7th, Joe B. Miller was 8th, Timmy Barrick was 9th, and Mike Rutherford was 10th. Lap traffic would become a factor on lap number 17. Shane Lewis holding a mere 2 car lengths over Brock Zerfoss. Zerfoss and Lewis would begin to trade slide jobs for the race lead, just past the 20-lap mark. Zerfoss would come away with the top spot, and the new race leader would begin to work his way through the heavy lap traffic. Zerfoss, trying to weave through traffic, would get caught behind a lap car, and that quick as he had taken the race lead, Shane Lewis would take it back. Lewis was now the race leader as the two continued to battle, with Tyler Walton, Dicely, and Brown closing in. The 5 could almost be thrown under a blanket when the yellow flag came out on lap number 24, the yellow flag that Shane Lewis wanted to see. Lewis would now have open racetrack, leading Zerfoss, Walton, Dicely, and Brown. On the restart, Lewis would get away, but a yellow flag would quickly negate the restart, bringing the field back to Lewis's rear bumper. On the restart, Lewis would pull a little bit of an advantage as Walton was trying to pass Zerfoss for 2nd. Zerfoss and Walton would battle, allowing Lewis to get a little bit of an advantage with 2 to go. It was Lewis holding back Zerfoss and Walton, with Dicely trying to hold back the hard-charging Ryan Greth. Time was running out, and quickly it would become apparent that Shane Lewis was on his way to his 2nd career Speedweek win, making history as the first 600 Speedweek winner at Clinton County. It was Shane Lewis taking the victory over Brock Zerfoss, Tyler Walton, Mike Dicely, and Ryan Greth. Rounding out the rest of the top 10 were great runs for both Charlie Brown and Richie Hartman. Joe B. Miller comes home 8th, Mike Rutherford 9th, and New York's Darrell Ruggles comes home in 10th. Taking a look at the Speedweek point standings, Shane Lewis now holds the advantage with his win tonight over Mike Dicely. Brock Zerfoss securing the 3rd position, and now we'll see if Zerfoss is able to use his home track advantage at Linda Speedway on Friday night to close in on the top 2. Joe B. Miller and Mike Rutherford make up the top 5 heading into the 2 final races of the 2012 600 Speedweek. Friday night at Linda's, and then Saturday at Trailways. Friday night at Linda's, we'll see who can take the next victory and either add to their tally or put their name on the list as a winner during the toughest week of the year, Speed Week.